morning. Good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages, around the world, no matter who you are. May you have the most beautiful day, have an awesome day, and for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, may those goals come to fruition. And may those goals be of benefit to all of humanity. So again, I'm giving you all it's a new day, it's that Monday, and we need to see beautiful things. So if I experience something beautiful, I'm gonna share it with you. Every so often I may have to do videos from the inside, but as long as the weather is permitting, I'm gonna, I'm out here with you, I'm out on the grind. And also I'm up this morning to greet people, to wish people a good day because of the things that we go through. And today's topic kind of ties in with the Memorial Day weekend, as well as what this day represents and what is the remembrance of this day. And you're going to be surprised because it's not what many people think. So today's topic is a day of remembrance, what we should carry into our future. So I want to give you all a quick pro quo. The holiday itself, Memorial Day, was put forth in 1971. That was done by Richard Nixon. It's also the same year that Nixon also went away from the gold standard, which is the currency. So a lot of the problems, which is ironic, that we're facing today, and a lot of the reasons that people died and have lost their lives since that time, not just in war, but in everyday life, because of this program that was started during this process, it's only fitting that, we're in conclusive, we're understanding of what this holiday actually represents. And what I promote for those who hear, that every day is a day of remembrance. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you on a day that you have to remember somebody who lost their lives at war, or for their service. So we can do that every day, and this is what this new awakening is telling us, that we have to stop allowing people to dictate things to us, and they're not giving you full truths, they're giving you half truths. Now, it wasn't until the 1990s where they started to recognize that day, because people were like, wait a minute, this holiday was set forth for the people who lost the war, the Civil War. This was to honor the people who wanted to keep this thing going, and it was done through a person who represented the South at that time. Whether he lived there or not, he was a representative of it, and this is why he put that day forth. So it wasn't so much of him as it was for the underhanded things that they've been feeding us. And it's not until we look these things up to find out, the real story behind them. So, when they're talking about, military people from, who have given their lives, number one, we should all be in remembrance that none of these people had to lose their lives, period. Because we need to work things together. And the only reasons that we're having wars at this time is because of greed, it's because of power, and because of a piece of paper that has no value outside of the United States. This is why a lot of people, where they sit back and they say, oh, we're pro-America, pro-America. But if you look, Portugal is the new California. More people are stashing their US dollars into other countries, creating safe havens, while they sit here and promote, democracy to you. So, we have to get rid of these, double standards. And we have to remember that, it's up to us to take in account of what it is that we celebrate, what it is that we participate in. And I know a lot of you don't like to hear those things, but it is the truth. No one has to lose their lives, no one. And if someone can think of a reason why somebody should lose their lives, then there's something wrong with that person, because put that person the same way that they're sitting there saying that a person should lose their life, stick them in that position of the person getting ready to lose their life, and I can guarantee they're not going to feel that way. So we have to wake up, because manipulation and gaslighting is happening on a grand scale. And I want to leave you with this, because anywhere where I can show the world and show the people who are willing to listen how manipulation works, and that, it's almost like, I'm going to give you the example. I'm going right into the example. It's like being in a relationship, but you're being gaslighted through this relationship. So it's like, your significant other, either she's spending money that, you guys don't have to spend, or, she's not where she says she's supposed to be, no matter how you look at it. So now, no matter what the situation is, so now you say, hey, look, we don't have this money, overtime is cut short, so I can't make this money up. I don't know how we're going to, make this payment. And then, you hear, well, if you didn't buy that car, wait a minute, that car I bought with money before we met. That was my money. Well, if you didn't buy that car, maybe I wouldn't have spent, I would have, saved the money, but it's okay for you. So you see, this is gaslighting. It's not addressing the fact but it's addressing nothing, taking you into la la land. This is why nothing gets done. But now let's look at how disrespectful this is for the children who lost their lives in this school. So now you see in this interview right here, this is CNN, so this is the disclaimer, fair use only, just giving my, my input on what it is that I'm seeing and what it is that I'm hearing. So in short, the person that you see is a representative of Texas. He's running for office and he's screaming, we need more mental health. And this is what they're all saying. We need more mental health facilities. Wait a minute, why is our country, by far, even healthcare wise, the worst country in all the world? The worst. There's stats that prove this, but we don't have to go into it. We know it. As far as healthcare, the United States #1. As far as diseases, the United States #1. As far as death, the United States #1. We're #1. Obesity, #1. We break every scale. So basically, we're going crazy because we're lying. That's just it. But I want to leave you with the comment and show you how gaslighting, how manipulation works. Now, this person is running for office. He says to, the news anchor, we can't just talk about, gun control, which is another gaslight. They're not taking guns. Why don't people wake up to that? They are not taking your guns. For you to even waste time and your money and your tax dollars on this subject, it's been going on for years. And what has been done? Nothing. So stop throwing your money, stop pissing your money in the wind. Do something creative with it. Create new jobs so that, our national gross product isn't debt. So now he's talking about mental health facilities. He's talking about training that was done during Columbine when they took all those millions and supposedly trained everybody, locked down all these schools, but none of this stuff was worth jack. The only time that's going to work is martial laws, when they're locking civilians up in those schools. Then those locks will work. Excuse me. But the gaslighting in this is to keep pushing people towards gun control and then talking about mental health. And you're not talking about why. What is making people act the way they do? What is making people so unhealthy? What is causing people to be so stressed out? And the reason that they're not going to answer these is because they're all profiting by keeping these things outside of the mainstream, these questions, by keeping them away. This is what lobbyists do. I hate to get emotional over it on this day because, like I said, it's the fact that we've lost so many lives senselessly over lies, all lies. So at what point do we wake up and realize that, some of the people that stand around us, they condone this? And, we have to take, what we should carry away into our future is that we're accountable to this earth. We're accountable to life. We're accountable to humanity. And we have to try to train ourselves, to really stand firm against things that we don't condone, but also be willing to change our ways. Because again, men and women around the world, the reason that the world is like this is because we're divided. We're completely divided. So until we fix that, nothing else in the world changes. And that's not an opinion, it's a fact. And if you want me to do something on this subject, I'd be more than happy to do that. But I want everybody to get going. And I think in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain where everyone, races, languages, where everyone comes from, because this information has always been here, but it's been kept away from us. But now that with the internet and access to information, we got ultimate libraries, even libraries we can go into overseas where these books are not even here in most of these libraries. But I'm going to bring up some stuff and I'm going to explain to us where we come from. What you do with that information, how you feel about that information, it is on you. But I can guarantee you one thing. Everything that is in these documents that I will share during that, part series that, comes in reference to this topic, I'm going to point you in a direction so where you can access this information for yourself, and know that what you're seeing now, they told us a long, long time ago, and we're seeing it play out in real life. And the only reason that they stopped this is power and control over people, continuously enslaving us. And it's just like what ties in on Memorial Day, where every year we got to realize how many thousands of people we lose each year senselessly over lies and manipulation and gaslighting. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. And I'm going to keep on pointing out how manipulation works, how this brainwashing technique works, because I understand it all too well. But seek out other people as well, because they also have answers, as well as, check the playlist, because a lot of the stuff that I talk about, there's stuff on the playlist that factualizes what I'm saying as well. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Be the best person that you can be. Little Robin over there. Hey, bird. Hey, bird. And with that, everyone, peace and blessings.